So yesterday was a really bad day, health-wise. I didn't know whether to sit on the toilet or throw up most of the day. Terrible pains in my stomach, shivers, chills, typical, you know, gastro problems. But anyway, quite a mixed day. I said goodbye to friends of mine, David and Judy, that we've been crossing over with each other for the last week, and they've been great company. But they're walking shorter days than me, so from here on in they'll start getting behind me, because I arrive in Santiago on the 15th of September and they don't get there until the 20th, so they'll be taking a lot longer than me. Yeah, so arriving in my hotel yesterday, I mean, this is just sod's law. It's the most expensive hotel on my entire trip, and I had no benefit of it whatsoever. I managed to stagger into my room, strip off, wash my clothes, wash me, and then fell into bed. I didn't even have dinner. There was an apple in the room, so I ate that. Anyway, this morning I was feeling better, and I thought, well, I looked at the route and there was no food until lunchtime. But then they didn't serve breakfast until 9 o'clock. So, and I have to be out by 8 o'clock for my bag to be ready. So I had the choice of, do I sit and wait for an hour for breakfast, or do I just get going? So I just got going. So I've just stopped in the first place where there was anything and had some yogurt and a croissant and a juice, which was delicious. But it was like after a 10-kilometre walk on an empty stomach, because I didn't eat anything yesterday. So this is my I am feeling very sorry for myself face. Right, so today we have two choices. There's two routes. There's a high route and a low route. The high route is a climb of 620 meters. You go up over the mountains and then you look down over everything from on high. Or there's a low route, which isn't a climb of 620 meters. So no prizes here for guessing which one I'm doing, because I am not doing the high route. That climb looks awful. So just got to find where the start of the low route is. I can see now where the start of the high route is. The low route's around here somewhere. Actually, it was very funny sitting in the square there and having the yogurt and croissant that I bought. You can buy one yogurt. They only sell them in multiple packs, but I found one pack of 2 yogurts. So I thought, well, I'll eat both of them anyway. Normally at home, obviously, you wouldn't eat 2 yogurts. So I ate the first one, and then when I came to eat the second one, what did I do? I looked at, keep the sun out of it. Yeah, I looked at the packet to see how many calories was in a yogurt. What a stupid thing to do. I haven't eaten properly for the last week. What do I care? I'm burning 2,500 calories a day plus. What do I care how many calories there is in a blooming yogurt? But so ingrained is the need to kind of like watch what we eat. Anyway, I don't know how many calories were in the yogurt because it was all in Spanish and it was such tiny writing. I couldn't be bothered to figure it out. So if I put on weight, it'll be that one yogurt. It's nice to be back on the in sight of the coast again after a few days away from it. And we do have arrows on the alternative route. Yay! Just walked up this big hill and found this handy little bench. So I sat for a little while because I'm not feeling too great today, just very tired. But just as I got up to go, look what's here. Here's a sign, and Santiago is 251 kilometers. Yay! Cadavedo is, oh my goodness, Cadavedo is where I'm heading for tonight, and that's 16 kilometres. Wow, it's 12:30. That's going to take me to at least 4 o'clock to get there. I've arrived in my hotel, very nice little hotel, reasonable price as well. But I thought I'd update you on what happened after I saw the sign for Cadavedo being 16 kilometres. There was more of a climb up that little pathway, and by the time I got to the top of it and popped out onto the road, I was near to passing out. I was seriously ill. So there was a road barrier there. I just leant up against the road barrier, half sitting, perching on it, and I just thought I was going to pass out. Just because I was on the road, I knew I was near a little village, so I walked on into the village, and the first house in the village actually had a bench outside it, so I made my way to the bench and sat there for another little bit. And then the owner came by. So I'd seen the train station, and I asked her about the trains, and she said, so this was a 10 to 2 by the time I'd got up to the top of this climb thing. And I'd already done 18 kilometres by that stage. So you can imagine adding another 16 to it. I was just like, I don't know how I can do this. Anyway, I asked her about the train. There was one train, and it came at 4:30. So at 10 to 2, I'm like, well, that's an hour, 2 hours and 45 minutes. What do I do while I'm waiting, kind of thing? Anyway, she told me there was a cafe around the corner. I said, is there a bus? She said, no bus. Anyway, I went into the cafe and I asked about a taxi. No taxi. So no taxi, no bus, and 4:30 for the train, and me feeling like I can't go on. So I sat and had a cup of tea, and as luck would have it, you won't believe this, I was sitting drinking my tea when a delivery van pulled up to deliver, I don't know, wine, spirits and lemonades or whatever to them. And while I was sitting there, I was thinking, I bet he's doing all the little bars along the way here. And we were on a back road, so it felt like he was definitely going to be going in the same direction as me. So I just thought, I've got to ask him. I don't care. I can't walk it. I know I can't walk it. Anyway, so I did. I asked him, will you give me a lift? And unfortunately, he wasn't going all the way to my destination, Cadavedo, but he did give me a lift 5 kilometres down the road. So I had to walk another 8 kilometres after that, but I abandoned the route guidance and just followed the road into the town, because I thought, you know, if you go on the route guidance, they could have been sending me up all sorts of gullies and little hills and round forests and whatever, and I knew I didn't have it in me to do that. So I followed the road until I got to our hotel. And then when I got here, I found another guest sitting outside. She'd already been sitting there half an hour because there was no one here to check us in. So, well, instead of sitting waiting, I mean, I was gasping. I hadn't really eaten, well, I hadn't eaten anything. This is nearly 4 o'clock, and I hadn't eaten anything other than a few apricots, dried apricots, since my croissant and yogurts. So I walked into the village and found a supermarket where I could buy myself an ice lolly, because it just seems to be, I don't know what it is, but at the moment water has got a very horrible taste. It just doesn't do it for me. I can't drink water. I mean, I do drink water, but you know, if you want a hit of something, water doesn't do it. Anyway, I went to the supermarket and I found this ice lolly. Just no, not ice cream, ice lolly. Oh my goodness, it was the best thing ever. I can't get enough of ice lollies because it's getting juice into me. Yeah. Anyway, so how funny is that? That I blagged a lift with the delivery man. Poor man, he had no choice because I was just like, I don't care what you say, I'm getting in your van. I knew. I just felt so rough. Anyway, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it was the tea just before I got in his van, or the fact that I was able to sit there for 5 kilometres. But sticking to the road after that, I didn't feel so bad. So when I arrived here, I didn't pass out. I was okay. So I've actually done 30 kilometres today, which was much more than I anticipated. I thought I was only going to be doing about 26 kilometres today. So I think I'll need to review what I do tomorrow because, yeah, I survived today and I didn't have any stomach problems. I was weak and really at that point when I thought I was going to pass out, I really did feel I couldn't carry on.